What's this, Tavion? This new style here.
Yeah, man. Just trying something new right now. Trying something new.
Where are you at right now? As far as the process getting ready for this year, where do you think you're at?
Ready. I think we're ready. First day of practice. Couldn't be a better day. So October 1st, started the first month, and then we get to move on from there. Game at the end of the month. I think the summer's done us pretty well. Everybody's gotten stronger. Everybody's ready to get the season started for the most part.
Now you've talked about when you've gone and seen what the scouts have said about you. You've done that process, and there have been things that you wanted to work on. Uh, where are you at on those things that you were trying to get better specifically?
Um, I'm day by day putting it together day by day for sure. Just been I've added coming in early in the morning before I go to class, before everybody else's day start. I wake up early in the morning now, to practice on. Mostly come in when I come in at 6. I practice on shooting. Mostly not trying to do so much movement, get myself tired. Just trying to do more sharpening up things. Got some great feedback from guys in the NBA. Got a lot of NBA guys now, players and coaches who reach out now and try to help me. So that's a big plus going into this year. As of everything else, I'm just going with the flow on things. I just want this to be a good year. Don't want this to be a stressed out year. Felt like last year was kind of a lot of tension, a lot of stress, especially as the season kept going on and on. And then me going through that process, I think it took a lot of weight off my shoulders for me to just be able to, play freely this year and not have to worry about things or think about what I need to do for an agent because I haven't talked to them, or do for this scout because I haven't talked to them. Now that I, got some feedback from them, everything should be smooth sailing this year.
Coach said you put on about 15 pounds of muscle in the off season. Weight room, a big point of emphasis the last few months?
Weight room is definitely a big emphasis. We definitely, a lot of guys, I don't even really want to talk about me. I want to talk about Obina, I want to talk about Darius, JD. Those guys have been putting on some weight. It's been helping them. It's not bad weight. Of course, Matt is the best, I think, at what he does. He knows what he's doing. With me, it was just more so I wanted to put on weight because of the feedback that I got, on top of, I just wanted to be. Last year, I didn't feel like I was physically, nor did I feel like I was mentally all the way there yet. I didn't have that much confidence, even though it was a good season. But this year, I just wanted to be, focused on everything, totally locked in on every cylinder, weight, mental, basketball. So definitely those 15 pounds, they've helped a little bit. I think it's gaining 15 pounds and being a skinny guy is kind of hard. Sometimes you don't really like it, but got to get used to it. I was telling Coach Dan about it the other day, like I felt a little sluggish a little bit, but as time went on throughout the summer, it started to feel, just normal. And we wanted to put more weight on because usually in the season you lose weight playing, running, going back and forth so much. So just wanted to have a solid weight that if I do lose weight, I could still be at a good weight. So.
Hey, how good can you guys be this year? Coach Dan said you're probably longer and more athletic than you guys have ever been. Is this a team that may be even run even more than you guys are used to? You're going to get out and use your athletes?
I think that's what we're going to try to do this year. That's what Coach Dan's system has always been about, and he's been great. And he's been the first to do it, in a lot of different areas, NBA, college. But I think this year is no different than every year it's been. I think we do have a lot more as you get to see us play. I don't really kind of want to let out any information, really. I want it all to be a surprise because I feel really good about this season. I know I've said it about every season. I felt good about every season, but something about this season is just the guys that we have around each other. The chemistry is there. Even with the new guys, those guys came in ready to work. They didn't come in, like welcome to college, starstruck, that type of thing, or they didn't come in with like a high school attitude. They came in ready to work, asking questions, figuring out what they can do. Those guys stay in the gym. Like, I mean, I remember I stayed in the gym my freshman year because I didn't know, what it took. But this year as a team, as a unit, I feel like I was just telling Coach Dan, I really like us this year. And I really don't usually say much. I just go with the flow. What team we got is what we're going to work with. But I opened my mouth this time and told Coach Dan, like, hey, I came to him and was like, I like this team. I think this team is going to be a very good team. I think we have the positions, and we are limitless what we can do and put people where we could put them. Nobody has a real position really. Everybody can play everything defensive wise. It's looking like everybody can switch out. People are getting stronger faster. So I think this year will definitely be a great year, especially on the running side, but also just basketball side, period.
Taevion, Coach Dan said that Andy Taylor, one of the guys he was really impressed with this offseason, what he saw this summer, being on the court, being in the weight rooms, doing all the workouts and stuff. What have you seen out of Andy's development these last few months?
To be honest, sometimes I'm lost for words because, I mean, he killed me the whole summer. Really, like, to be honest with you, I don't have anything to sugarcoat. That's my guy. He's this summer, he really took a summer of separation. He's going to surprise a lot of people, and he definitely was a key player last year, of course, but this year he'll probably most likely be our point guard. The ball will most likely run through him more so, him running the table, and we all have confidence in him, especially if you were there during the summertime to see it. It's kind of hard to put in words. Like, shots that you would never expect to go in were going in like it was normal, like it wasn't like you would see something that was crazy, but then you would see it the next play and the next play and the next play. And you just can't miss sometimes. And it's just like, well, not even sometimes, most of the time you really can't miss, but it's the work he puts in, what you put into it is what you're going to get out of it. And that man is one of the hardest workers I know. Like, I'm a very big fan of Drew. I'm a very big fan of all of our teammates, but I think everybody knows, everybody has seen the work that he's put in. I think he's going to be the type of guy that could be making some noise and probably most likely get some NBA scouts to start looking at him this year, definitely off of just the effort, the time, the work that he's been putting in over this offseason. He's going to be definitely quite a show to watch for the fans this year. So,
Taevion, talk about you. With Jarrett now being gone, you're kind of the face of this team. How are you going to kind of handle that pressure throughout the season?
No pressure. I've been here for 4 years now. I don't think it's pressure. And I think a lot of the times I let it feel like it was pressure, and that hurt me, and it was kind of detrimental at some times, like last year and years before that. And it stopped some of my confidence because I didn't think I was ready to take on that role. But I've been putting in the work that I can put in. I've been praying, making sure that I just am grateful at all times, grateful for this opportunity. And I look at it as I get to come back. I get to come back another year. I get to play another year of college basketball. Last year was stressful. This year is more so, you've been here before. It's more so time to focus. I think a whole bunch of focus will override that pressure, and that won't be a thing anymore. I don't think pressure is going to be something that I'm worried about most likely. And I don't even, to be honest, look at it as me stepping up and being like, this is my team this year. I always, if you guys know me, I always put the team first and talk about the team before I talk about myself. So I think with the guys that we have this year, it wouldn't be a lot of pressure on me at all, because even if I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do, or at the time I'm not making the shots that I'm supposed to make that everybody's counting on, we have guys that have put in that work that are going to be ready to, back me or help me. So I don't think it's more so pressure. I think it's more so, let's go, we're ready. It's more so excitement. a rush of like a basketball season is here and it's my last go around. So I don't want any pressure to be put. I just want to have fun, you know.
Similar to what I asked about Andy, Mike Byers is another guy that it seems like there's going to be a lot asked of. There's some pretty high expectations for him going into this season. What have you seen from him so far these last few months?
Mike gets better every year. Every year he's a guy that we count on every year, and every year he's throughout the season made those big leaps. He's been there for us. He's a knockdown shooter. I mean, I could go on and on about the guy. He's a knockdown shooter. He's better. He's gotten his body way better. And I think that's something that he's definitely proud of. If you guys get to talk to him, that's something that you should point out to him because he would be very happy. And I'm very proud of him because he came in on the days where where lifts were optional. He was there, you know, to work on his body, and he slimmed down a lot. He's gained muscle. He's turned things into muscle. So I think the strides that he makes every year are very key to our success. And this year, just like I said about Andrew, he's put in that time, he's put in that work. The man's summer was crazy. You know, he was all over different types of social medias, dunking on people. I think he's had the best dunk I've ever seen, like out of anything, NBA, anything, outside playing, whatever, better than any dunk I've ever seen me do. But the guy is just, we love playing with him. You know, and he's going to be a big key. I think he knows that this year he's going to have to step up more than he did last year and the year before that and the year before that. I think he should know that he's going to be a big role this year, and he's ready for that. So,
Taevion, losing Jared and Jansen, not only do you lose some experienced and good leaders, but you lose two really good defenders. What were some of the qualities maybe that you picked up from those two guys that made them really good on that end of the floor? And how can you help maybe sprinkle that to other guys that could make more of an impact this year?
I've been learning from Jared since I've been here. You know, he's been my roommate. He's been my guy. He's took me under his wing. You know, I learned a lot from a lot of guys, but Jared is one guy I keyed in on because of his work ethic. I seen him. He wasn't the biggest, wasn't the strongest all the time. He was very strong, but he wasn't the strongest at all times when being out there on the court. But he was I think he's one of the smartest people I know for having his body in the type of position he is and not being as athletic or as this. He makes up for it with his smarts. He makes up with it for his defense. So I just take little key things from there. He's taught me a couple secrets about stealing the ball, things like that. But he has a feel. He has a natural feel for it. I don't think that's something that I have, but I know how to play defense, and he's taught me some tendencies that I can learn and use. But that natural feel, you're never going to get that, and I know he's going to take that to Louisville, and I'm proud of him. And then with Jansen, he was our rim protector. He didn't get a lot. You probably wasn't going to get your layup off around Jansen. He started to figure out that he could let guys go by him and then block the shot. So he started playing it smart. Instead of going his hardest, he learned how to do it smartly. And I think that's something that he's going to do well at EKU with. I think he's a great shooter. You know, like those two guys are definitely two key guys that we're going to miss, you know, but we're just going to have to work double time to make it up. And I believe that our guys are going to be able to do that. So I'm good. Okay. All right. See you guys. Thank you.
Thanks, Tate.
Thank you, Taevion.
Hey, Taevion.